Hi Flosstube, I'm Annie and I'm the Proper Stitcher, and welcome to episode 137. If this is your first time joining me, I am so glad you stopped by today. This is a channel where I like to talk about cross stitch and hopefully give you inspiration to fully finish your projects. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your continued support and all of your wonderful comments you send my way. I appreciate each and every one of you. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My last video was our 4-year Flosstube anniversary, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for not only supporting my channel, but for tuning in and for commenting and sending me all those wonderful comments. I appreciate that you do that and take the time to do that. If you haven't done so already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and then you will always be notified when I send out a new video. So it's the end of May 29th. Cannot believe it. This month has gone by so fast. It's been a crazy month in my house. I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately, but it really has been unusual in my house for a while. But the last few weeks, Tristan came home from college. He finished his first year as a college freshman and moving out of the dorms, moving him back into the house. It's just been busy with that. And then helping Gray shuffle from one place to another. She's doing a summer internship. She was in a wedding. She's just had a really busy last few weeks. So it's been hard to navigate all of that with both of them. And but it's been great. It's been fun. Tristan's been home for a few weeks, and it's been so nice having him here again. Gray got home last night, very late. She is home for vacation. She and I leave tomorrow for our mother-daughter cruise. So we are going tomorrow. We fly out of Knoxville and we will fly to Lisbon, Portugal, and we will get on our cruise, and we are so excited. We will go through Portugal, we'll go through parts of Spain and northern France. So we will be gone almost 2 weeks. So we're really excited. We've been running errands today. We've been trying to get ready. Today was the only day that she had off, that she was able to look for the last minute items that she needs to pack. She and Matt are at the grocery store right now, so I am coming to you all before we go out of town because I did not want to leave without saying hello and goodbye. So let's get into this week's episode. It'll be really short. I'm going to go over the winners from last video of all of the giveaways. So I'm going to go over those. I have 3 antique needlework pieces that I wanted to share with you all today and just discuss a little bit about what I look for when I'm looking for an antique sampler or needlework piece. And I'm really excited to share these 3 with you. They're all very different. And that's about it. We're going to wrap it up, and then I'm going to make us dinner. Gray requested tacos tonight, so we're having tacos, and we get up bright and early tomorrow and fly out. So like I always say, grab a pen and paper, grab your favorite beverage, and grab your cross stitch, and let's get started. Let's start with the giveaways from last video. Last video, we had quite a bit of giveaways. I just felt like it was a great opportunity for me to share my gratitude with you all and just to tell you thank you for supporting my channel. So let's go over the winners of those. I believe we have 10 items, and we will go through those giveaways right now. The first was the Celebrate You bundle. So this lucky winner will receive all of the Celebrate You patterns. And the winner of this is Kathleen Krynick, Kraynak. Kathleen, if all of the winners today, if you would please just email me and tell me what you've won and tell me your name, because sometimes your name doesn't match up with your YouTube subscriber name. And when I return, I will get this in the mail to you. If you prefer PDF, I will be happy to send you PDF. Any of you who have won paper copies today, if you would prefer PDF, I will be happy to email those to you. But Kathleen, you won all of the U's in the Celebrate You series. The second giveaway is the 3 patterns in the Seasons of Generosity. Right now we have 3 of these. This goes to Martha Cook. Martha Cook. The third giveaway, I bundled these 2 together, Friends of Plenty and Sweet Friendships. This goes to Betty Epling. Betty Epling. Number 4, we have this quilt bundle from Fat Quarter Shop, and you get 3 quilt patterns. This goes to Debbie Scholl, S-H-O-U-L. The next one, number 5, was the Fat Quarter Shop cross stitch bundle, and these are for these mesh. 2 are for the mesh bags, and the third was for a vintage sampler. So this goes to Kathy Kosier, C-O-S-I-E-R. Kathy Kosier. Let me readjust some of these things. The 6th giveaway is this blue metal Bee's Knees. Let me take off my sticky notes. Bee's Knees book stand. I love this. This is amazing. This was really hard to give away. I really was tempted to keep it for myself because I love blue. I have a yellow one though, and it is amazing. So this goes to Judy with an I, so J-U-D-I, Matsay, M-A-T-S-A-Y, Judy Matsay. So Judy, that goes to you. Number 7, we have 5 of you who have won a PDF pattern of your choice. So the 5 are Joyce Baker, Vanna Job, Kathy Berry, Barb Mack, and Stephanie Stills. And then the next one is the Trio of Notions. So I have these little notions in my Etsy shop. We have a 3-inch quarter gauge, we have a thread keeper, and a needle minder. So the winner of this goes to Wendy Banta, B-A-N-T-A. We just have 2 more. So the next one is the He Saves Me and Trust in Him patterns. These 2 go to Melanie Ireland. Melanie Ireland. And the last giveaway is the set of 4. Oh, here's the 4th one. It slid down. The set of 4 small seasonal samplers. And so you have winter, spring, summer, and fall, or autumn. And these go to Maria, M-A-R-I-A, Schmitz, S-C-H-M-I-T-Z. So if I called your name, please send me an email. Let me know what you won. We'll make sure we get everything out to you. If it is something that needs to be mailed, it will not be mailed until the middle of June. But go ahead and send me the email. I will make sure that I get to it right when I get back. However, if you did win a paper pattern and you would rather have a PDF pattern, I can email that to you anytime between now and then. So just let me know which you prefer. So those are all the giveaways for this time. And just let me know if you are one of the winners. Let's take a quick break. I often get asked, what do I look for in an antique sampler or an antique needlework piece? And the answer to that is not very simple. It just depends. I like to take a lot of things into consideration. First and foremost, is it something that I like? Is it something that's pretty? Is it something that I find interesting? or exciting or something that I would like to hang in my own home. So that's number one. Number two, I really want to make sure I like the colors and that I like the materials that are used, and then I also want to make sure it's in good condition. It doesn't have to be perfect condition because these are antique pieces, and granted, if it's going to be in perfect condition, those are going to be in a museum. I'm not going to be able to afford the super perfect samplers, because in the better condition they are, oftentimes that increases the value or the expected price of this antique sampler. So I really take all of those things into consideration. I think about, do I like it? Is it in my price range? And do I like the colors and the condition? And I kind of go from there. So I have three very different pieces I wanted to share with you all today. They all come from very different places. So I do a lot of shopping or looking for these antique samplers online. So there are a lot of online auctions, and you can just do a simple Google search of antique needlework samplers, and that will pull up so many different options for you. Some of these you can buy directly from a dealer or a vendor. There are even some on Facebook that have groups that you can purchase through them. But you just, after a while, you start to learn those keywords. And I have found that antique needlework sampler sort of encompasses all of those things, because some people, when they're selling these antique samplers, they either will put needlework sampler or they'll just say antique sampler. So I've combined all three of those words, and that seems to help my search when I'm looking. I look at online auctions. Some of these online auctions are live, where you register to bid and you're bidding in live form when on that auction date. So if you're someone who likes to do that, it's a lot of fun to watch the online auctions. Sometimes you can see the auctioneer actually auctioning the item, but oftentimes it's virtual. So it comes up to that lot, and whatever item and number or whatever dollar amount you enter, that's what increases the bid. And you have other people who are probably doing the same thing. So then there are some where you can just set the highest amount that you're willing to pay, and then it bids for you. Those are things like eBay and sites like that. Don't discredit eBay. eBay is a really good place to go and look for antique samplers. And after a while, you do get an idea of what is authentic and what is not. Antique and vintage are not the same thing. So just make sure that you know that when you are looking at an antique sampler, if it's an antique, you'll be able to see that it is a true antique versus like a vintage stamped stitched piece, or something that was probably stitched maybe 20 or 30 years ago. So just be aware of that. I have found most of mine either on eBay. I have found a dealer that I have trusted that is in the UK, and he bids on auctions for me in the UK. There are a lot of online auctions in the United Kingdom. That's a great place too. It does cost a little bit more to have those shipped, and then of course the currency exchange rate, but sometimes you can find some fun things over there. So let's see the three that I pulled for y'all today to look at. You have not seen any of these, so I'm excited to share these with you. They're all three very different. So the first one I want to show you is actually on perforated paper. And this is such a tiny little piece. And I love perforated paper pieces. Perforated paper has been around since about the late 1800s. And these are a lot of fun to find. This one's in an old frame, and I haven't taken it out, but it is so pretty. It almost looks like those old paper doilies that we would use for Valentine's Day. I love it. But this is just a little scene, a very tiny little scene, and it's of a windmill and this really pretty garden area. Let me get my glasses. But this one is tiny, and on the back of it, I mean, and what is so sweet, they're almost like tent stitches. So when you think of antique perforated paper, it's just a one stitch, so a tent stitch. And on the back, and this says a paper sampler from home of, I can't read it, I think Percy Smith, and I just can't read their handwriting. I can't read that handwriting at all. But I found this on eBay, and it was just something that caught my attention. I loved the windmill, and it was just one that I keep. It's just one that I keep on my desk, and I just enjoy looking at it. Maybe one day I'll chart it, but for right now, I just enjoy having it as my own. The next one that I found from in the UK. I found it on an online auction site. And when I do this, these are sometimes hit or miss. You just don't know. The quality of the photos are sometimes not the best because these aren't proper auction houses sometimes. And so what I'll do is I will email it to my contact in Scotland, and he will look at it and let me know what he thinks, and we will either proceed with him bidding on it for me. Then if it is an item that we win, he will receive it and it will be delivered to him. He often inspects it, and if the frame is damaged too much for him to wrap it and ship it again, I will ask him to remove it from the frame and send it to me that way. This is one that I asked him to remove from the frame. The frame wasn't in anything special, and it wasn't in good condition. But I really loved these colors. I just loved the red, I loved the blues, and I just love a good, simple, basic marking sampler. And so this one is just stitched in wool, but I just loved that red. And here's the back of it. So being stitched in wool, it just seems to be more sturdy. The threads seem to hold a lot longer. And this one is in really good condition. And this one is Elizabeth Westall's, worked in 1848. So this one I'll probably chart as is. I don't think I'll reimagine it. If I do, I might change the way this little basket is at the top, just to give it more of a defined berries versus the green the green to me looks more like a handle when I think those are really the leaves. But this is a sweet sampler. What caught my attention with this one, of course, was the shades of red and white and blue. To me, it just looked patriotic. It's not a patriotic piece, but it just reminded me of a patriotic piece. So this one is a beautiful, beautiful sampler. And then my last piece I want to share with you is really special. I'm really excited about this. And this one's really funny how I found it. So on my trip, Gray and I, we are going to northern France. That's where the bulk of our excursions will be. And when I was researching our trip, which a little background story about that, we did not know about this trip until March. Matthew won this trip as a raffle ticket item. He purchased a raffle ticket for a school scholarship, and it is an all expense paid trip. It is a trip that I would never have been able to go on, but we were very fortunate that he won this trip. And he was not able to go on this trip with me, so Gray is going. But most of the excursions are in northern France. So I was researching the area, trying to decide what excursions I wanted to take. But I was also looking at what antique shops are in these little towns. And so I started looking up, kind of back referencing or back researching these areas I was going to, not just for excursions, but for shopping. You know, we got to know what we're getting into. And by me doing that, I came across this lady who is from California, and she takes groups of people to France for antique shopping trips. Doesn't that sound amazing? I would love to do that one day. So that's how I found this antique sampler, was through her. So even though this sampler, or this needlework piece, is from northern France, it's from the Bordeaux area, which is one of the regions I will be traveling to. She purchased this in Bordeaux, France, and took it back to California and sold it. So I actually purchased this from a woman in California, but it's from France. So let me show this one to you. It is still in the frame. It has a glare. It will have a glare on the glass, so we'll do our best. But I am so excited about this piece. I will come in closer so you can see all the colors. It's absolutely exquisite. I love the shine and sheen of the thread and the floss. That is what caught my eye, but I loved the bird. I love the bird, and then I'll tell you about the name at the bottom. So here is, and I'm sorry, I have lights because this room is dark, but I am so excited about this piece, and I cannot wait to chart it for you. I just love everything about it. I love the delicacy of the flowers. I love the bird. And I love that The name on here, and I'm going to France. I'm embarrassed. I have horrible with accents, but Theodule is the name on here. Theodule Legendary. No, I'm not saying that right. Aged 8. And the woman that I purchased it from, she said she tried to do some research on this piece and she really couldn't find much. It is a masculine name, but there were some females given this name. So she felt that this was a girl that stitched this and not a boy. We do not know. I've looked up the name. It just keeps taking me back to military generals and military people in the men in the military. So I don't think that's our stitcher, but we may be wrong. I will continue the search and I will continue to look, but in the meantime, I just wanted to share this piece with you. And look at that blue, the blue on the feathers, the dimensions and the different color variations on the leaves, and then this little flower here. It's just so beautiful. And then the frame is beautiful. So this one checked all those boxes. Excellent condition, a beautiful frame, beautiful condition of the piece. I loved the colors. I loved the detail on it, and it was in my price range. So it checked all those boxes. I could say I got it from France, but I didn't. I got it from California, but it's from France. But I'm so excited about this one. And it is still in a very old frame. So this one will make its presence to you guys one day soon. So let me set it down. It is heavy. It is a very heavy frame. So that is all that I wanted to share with you today. I know it's a short and sweet video. I wanted to just pop in and say hi before I go out of town. If it is okay with you all, I will post photos of our trip along the way. I am so excited. Not only am I excited to have a vacation, it's been a long time since I have been able to just completely step away. We've had a lot going on lately, and I'm looking forward to some downtime and quiet time. And a true detachment. I mean, we will have our internet and we'll have our phones, but I won't be using them as often because of all the experiences we will be having. But I will be taking a lot of photos. So I will be bringing those and sharing those on Instagram and on my Facebook page. They're both linked below. I may do some shorts videos on YouTube, but I'm not sure yet. So excited to spend this time with Gray. She's very busy. The times that she comes home are getting fewer and fewer. And when she does come, it's shorter and shorter. So I'm looking forward to this time with her. And I'm so excited to see something new and different. So let's leave it at that for today. When I come back, we'll share more stitching and more whips and more of those progresses and more of those updates. But until then, thank you so much for tuning in. Like my video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all probably the middle to the end of June. Thanks.